Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Hope all is well and you enjoy these videos. If you like what I do, let me know by hitting the like button and leaving a comment below. If you know other people who might enjoy this content, go ahead and share on social media. And if you want to see more of these videos, subscribe and click the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I post. Thank you. Let's get on to the video. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So previously we've gone over how to join two ropes together using a square knot or a sheet bend, and how to tie a loop that will not slip with the bowline. And today I figured we'd talk about tying rope around things that aren't rope. So around objects, which is usually what you'd be doing. So we're going to talk about hitches, and today we're going to start off with the half hitch, which you can see in front of you here. So if I take this chopstick and we'll just get this out of the way. Hopefully this is a little more contrast and easier to see for you. So we'll start by taking our rope, going over and wrapping it around. Then after we wrap it around the chopstick, we're going to wrap the rope around our other rope, and then with that loop that we just created, we'll stick the running end back through that loop, and we'll hold it with our other hand and we'll pull tight on the standing end. And it came loose because it wasn't tight enough, so we'll do it again. Don't get discouraged, guys, if that happens. Just do it again and make sure you get it tight. And now it's holding. Now I can pull tighter. You can see it's making that thing flex. So there is our basic half hitch. Now if you want a little more security than that, you can do two half hitches, which is where you just wrap it around and then you go through your loop. So you tie that first half hitch, and then to make it two half hitches, you come up over your standing end again with the running end, and then you bring that running end through that loop you created again, and you pull that up tight. That is called two half hitches. Alternatively, if you want to make sure that it is tighter around your object, we could do a round turn. So we just loop it around the entire object so it's completely around it. Then we go over like we did before and through and over again and through. This is how you make a round turn and two half hitches. Now that's good if you want to choke down on the object that you're trying to move or secure the rope around. But sometimes you might want to hold it still or be able to adjust it, like when you pitch a tent. So a lot of people will use for that a taut line hitch. Now if I was outside, I could stick this in the ground and show you how that would work as like a tent stake. So just imagine that it's being stuck into the ground. Alright. Take your rope, and we're going to make another round turn, just because that's going to be more secure. Then for our taut line hitch, we will go over the standing end with our running end. We will come through the loop, and this time, instead of tightening it all the way down, we will just go back here like we were when we tied our two half hitches, but instead of just looping it one time, we will loop this twice. And then we will pull everything here until it gets tight just as needed. Now that it's tight, I can hold here, and you can see that this loop isn't moving. But if I want to adjust it, I just grab it by the knot, and it slides. Now when I pull it tight, or if I want to adjust it the other way, which is normally what you do, you tie it a little loose for the tent, and you need to tighten it over time. Just go the other way with it, and now it's tighter. Okay, so these are all pretty common and pretty useful, and there's a few more hitches that I'd like to go over for you guys. So this one is one that you can tie a couple of different ways. One of the ways I like to is take your right hand and your left hand and hold the rope. And make your first overhand loop like we learned with the bowline. Now make another overhand loop right next to it, but instead of putting them together like this, what we're going to do is we're going to bring that second loop that we made behind the first one. And now when we put that on our object and pull tight, we have what's called a clove hitch. If you want to make that clove hitch secure so you can pull it from one end, because otherwise it tends to slip out of place, you can also secure that like this with a half hitch. So half hitch, tighten over my clove hitch, and really what this is the same as two half hitches. If you look at this knot here, if we were to tie two half hitches over the rope, right, so we've already wrapped it around the object, and then we were to one half hitch, just like that, and then we have that second loop for a second half hitch. It's two half hitches. That is also, if I flip it over, you can see just a clove hitch over a rope instead of an object. So that's really what the difference is there. Also, that was just something you could tie if you were able to put it over afterward. If you had to tie that clove hitch, you would just start by going over, then cross, make another loop around your object, and feed your running end through right next to your standing end, and pull tight. So that's still the clove hitch, and that is another way to tie it. And I think another few good hitches should be gone over. So while I still have this chopstick in front of me, I will show you for a timber hitch. What you want to do is come around and you tie your half hitch, but you don't leave it there. You continue another time, and you can continue a few more times, but this is really small. Oh, sorry, I hit my camera there. This is really small, so this should be enough. And the idea with this is, say if you were on a log, by having that rope wrap around the rope, you create more areas where that tension can grab a log and you can pull it. And if you wanted to, you could even take your rope and make a loop like this, like a half hitch, and just pull that all along. And the weight of the log would keep that a lot tighter. And this would, on something that's not as smooth as this and not square, that would hold and it wouldn't slip like it does on this. So sometimes we have objects like that, right? I've shown you hitches for things on straight objects, but if you have a ring, you can tie a ring hitch. So you put your running end through the ring, Then you cross your running end over the standing end, and then you bring your running end behind the ring and through and in right next to your standing end. You can pull that, and there's a ring hitch. And you can also secure this with a half hitch to make it a little more so you're sure it's not going anywhere. So I hope that was helpful, you guys, and I will see you all next time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Bye.